Hi, I'm Timi McEwen. I'm 25. I am a digital intern at Lime Pictures. So before starting the Mama Youth Project, I had actually recently just kind of recovered from homelessness. So I was living in social housing actually, and I was going through a very, very difficult time. I knew like I had a passion for storytelling and media and things like that, but that wasn't originally my career path. I started off doing engineering. So I felt very much like a fish out of water, and I had kind of no contacts within the industry. I genuinely, this time last year, did not know how I was going to get into the industry that I wanted to be in. And then I found the Mama Youth Project and I applied for it. And then I suppose the rest is history. I felt like I had more of a realization of all my potential, and I feel like not only was the training like beneficial in terms of just all the like technical know-how and all the industry know-how, but I feel like it ignited reignited a passion and just drive within me that I felt like over the last 2 years had kind of been like beaten down and diminished. So honestly, I found the whole experience like priceless, and I'm so glad that I actually came across the Mama Youth Project because genuinely it changed my life. Yes, I think especially doing the digital media training course, it was very like fast paced, and I think just the industry in general when it comes to digital media is very fast paced, very like quick outputs. And I felt like Mama Youth provided such great like training and knowledge about kind of how the industry works. And I felt like when I did start my placement, I was more than capable of kind of fulfilling the expectations of my employers, and also not feeling as though like I was a fish out of water or feeling like I wasn't capable or inadequate, because sometimes you do get a bit of that imposter syndrome, like, oh my God, why am I here? How did I get here? Especially not coming from a background of media. So I think it did really equip me with a lot of skills and a lot of confidence again and knowledge. So yeah. Like my whole role, I feel like is just there's so much that goes on, and there's so much that I'm learning. And I think, especially at Lime, there's so much scope for me to kind of develop my skills, if that makes sense. And I think just in TV in general, you're always kind of doing a bit of everything. So I edit, I do producing, I even do some like organization sides in terms of like production, because digital have to do like their own organization of production and stuff like that. Even we work quite closely with press, so even having a knowledge of how press and publicity works has been super interesting and super beneficial for me as well. So there's loads that I do, and it's great. So my next steps, like part of my internship, I have realized that I really do love producing. So that is something that I do want to pursue in the future. And initially when I first came to like Mama Youth and even to Lime, I was like, oh my God, I'm so into documentary film and this is what I want to do. And just even being exposed to the kind of scripted side of television has made me realize like there's so many different ways of telling stories. There's so many stories to tell as well, and in so many like different formats and on different platforms as well. So I think part of where I want to continue going is just continue learning and continue developing my natural skill set. For society, media and storytelling is so important in terms of like our progress, and like building connection with one another. So I definitely think getting more people into the creative industries, into media, will help us kind of solve a lot of like social issues and just help us find solutions like to a lot of things. And I think media is so powerful, like so powerful, and I feel like it has the ability to change the world, and it's so important that we get as many people involved in doing that as possible. It's like everyone's super passionate about like creating a new media industry, and I think that is one of the kind of most important things. Like everyone wants the best for you, everyone wants you to fulfill your highest potential, and I think like even in school that's pretty rare. So for an organization to do that for young people, I think is absolutely phenomenal. And like I said, Mummy Youth changed my life, so I only have great things to say about it. I think for me, the thing that was almost stopping me from applying to the Mummy Youth Project, because even I applied quite late, quite close to the deadline actually, was self-doubt and feeling like, oh, I have no clue how am I even going to get in, like, or just, you know, that imposter syndrome. But genuinely, there is so much value in just your experience in general. There's so much value in your existence. So, you know, if you have an opportunity like to do Mummy Youth, like take it with both hands, like believe in yourself, because you will be able to achieve your dreams, honestly. If you just continue, if you're consistent, you don't even have to be that consistent all the time, but if you make the most of the opportunities that are given to you, you will definitely be successful.